So, ladies and gentlemen, sad news on the doorstep. We have started a new year and we've lost another icon of TV, stage, and of music, of course. David Soul, half of TV's infamous Starsky and Hutch private investigator cop team, has passed away. This 1970s heartthrob, again, was best known as playing the blonde half of Starsky and Hutch, and also topped the music charts with his key pop ballad "Don't Give Up on Us, Baby," has died at the age of 80. His wife Helen said Friday that David Soul, beloved husband, father, grandfather, and brother, died yesterday of a valiant battle for life in a loving company, a family. He shared many extraordinary gifts in the world as an actor, singer, storyteller, creative artist, and dear friend. Snell said in a statement that was repeated by CBC News. His smile, laughter, and passion for life will be remembered by the many whose lives he has touched. Now, born David Solberg, Soul was from Chicago. His acting career dated back to the 60s when he joined the avant-garde Firehouse Theater in Minnesota. He appeared to appear on stage and screen well into the 20th century, but he's best known for his work in the 1970s and, of course, his guest appearance on The Apple on Star Trek. Soul portrayed Detective Ken Hutchison alongside dark-haired Michael Glazer, who later went on to a directing career as Detective David Starsky and Starsky and Hutch, which ran from ABC from 75 to 79 and grew so popular it spawned a line of Christmas toys as well as lunch pails and other memorabilia. He also had a success as a singer, starting in 76 with Don't Give Up on Us Baby and following with The Such Itch, as Going In With My Eyes Open and Silver Lady. Now, Soul first gained national fame in the 60s, appearing on the Merv Griffin Show as the covered man, a singer disguised as a stocking cap who shouted lyrics that is why I hide my face, because a man has to be free. His other TV credits included again early appearances on Star Trek, All in the Family and I Dream of Jeannie, of course the lead in the miniseries Salem's Lot, and a short-lived version of a film classic Casablanca, in which Soul took on Humphrey Bogart's role as nightclub owner Rick Blaine. Now, Soul's movies include Magnum Force and Illinois Hilton and a cameo with Glazer, the 2004 big screen remake of Starsky and Hutch, starring Ben Stiller as Starsky and Owen Wilson as Hutch. By the 1990s, Soul had moved to Britain, where he performed several popular stage roles. Now, in 2001, he did win a libel case against a journalist who called The Dead Monkey a play that Soul was in the worst production he had ever seen, without having seen it. He also played the titular talk show host at Jerry Springer the Opera in London's West End. Now, David Soul's best attitude, he was a multi-dimensional performer, and he was very popular with male and female co-stars and viewers of all ages. But what really helped him out in a lot of ways, because he had a diverse career. Now he also played in Here Comes the Brides, and of course the evil cop in Magnum Force in '73. Now he had one U.S. hit and 5 UK hits, and like Don't Give Up on Us Baby was number 1 in U.S., Canada, and UK, and Silver Lady was number 1 in UK in '76. Now, again, born in Chicago, he was of Norwegian descent. His mother, June, was a teacher, and his father, Richard, was a Lutheran minister, professor of history and political science, and director of higher education for the Lutheran Church in America, now part of the ELCA. Both of Soul's grandfathers were evangelists. Dr. Solberg was also senior representative for Lutheran World Relief during the reconstruction of Germany after World War II from 49 until 56. Because of this, the family moved frequently during Soul's youth, and he became fluent in both German and Spanish. His brother Daniel eventually became a Lutheran pastor. Now, the family was living in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where Soul's father taught political science and history at Augustana College when Soul graduated from the city's Washington High School. Soul attended Augustana College for 2 years before the family moved again, this time to Mexico City, where he studied for 1 year at the University of Americas. While in Mexico, inspired by students who taught him to play the guitar, Soul changed his direction and decided to follow his passion for music. His first appearance upon returning from Mexico was in a club in Minneapolis, the 10 O'Clock Scholar. Now, when he began performing on stage as an actor in the mid-60s, he became a founding member of the Firehouse Theater in Minneapolis. He traveled with the company in New York City in '65 and appearing in Bertolt Brecht's Ball and Joan Arden's Sergeant Musgrave's Dance. Soul first gained national attention again as the cover man in Merv Griffin, 66 and 77, of which he sang while wearing a mask. He explained in published reports, "My name is David Soul, and I want to be known for my music." The same year, he made his television debut in Flipper. 67, he signed a contract with Columbia, and following a number of guest appearances, including the episode The Apple from the second season of Star Trek, he landed the role of Joshua Bolt on the popular TV program Here Comes the Brides with Bobby Sherman, Robert Brown, and Bridget Hanley. The series was telecast on ABC from September 68 to September 1970. In 72, he co-starred as Arthur Hill's law partner in Owen Marshall, Counselor at Law. Following numerous guest starring roles on TV, including The Streets of San Francisco, he was cast by Clint Eastwood in the film Magnum Force, and Clint said he had a presence in relation to his what do you call on screen. Now, after again doing Starsky and Hutch, he also made guest appearances on Macmillan and Wife, Cannon, Gunsmoke, All in the Family, and numerous TV and movie series, including Salem's Lot, Homeward Bound, World War III, and Rage. Now, he also got an Emmy nomination for Rage. He also starred with James Mason, again in Salem's Lot, which was edited and released as a theatrical film in some countries. Now, the singles were quite popular. He toured extensively in the U.S., Europe, Far East, and South America. And in the U.S., he also starred in numerous miniseries after Salem's Lot, including The Manions of America and the short-lived 83 NBC series Casablanca. Now, but everybody goes to Rick's anyway. He also starred in the NBC series The Yellow Rose of Texas with Sybil Shepherd during the 83-84 season. He was also in the wartime drama Nikita Rebecca, directed by David Hemmings. He later starred as the infamous Florida robber Michael Platt in the TV movie In the Line of Duty, The FBI Murders, which depicted the 86 FBI Miami shootout, subsequently used as an FBI training film. He also directed the episode No Exit of Miami Vice in 87. He was also cast as Major Oldham in the movie The Hanoi Hilton. Very underrated movie, by the way. Now, in the mid-80s, he moved to UK, forging a new career on the West End with numerous key performances. Now, he was also the Agatha Pro Death in the Nile production, and he was also a guest on BBC's Top Gear for a while. Now, when he took over playing the role of Jerry Springer the Opera, in 2004, it was eventually televised by BBC in 2005. He returned to the West End in 2006, playing Mac in the musical Mac and Mabel at the Criterion Theatre. Now, he also had a lot of guest appearances through the years, including the film with Farewell with Fred Ward and Willem Dafoe, which received a U.S. release in 2010. Now, he also appeared in numerous British productions, including a one-week appearance in 2012 with Jerry Hall in reprise of the play Love Letters. He also played British TV, including an episode of Lewis. He was also featured on numerous musical releases, including Fosse Tango's album where he sang on the track Landlord. Now, Soul was married 5 times and has 5 sons and a daughter. He was 21 when he married the actress Miriam Mims Solberg in 64. The couple had 1 child, a son. The marriage lasted a year, ending in divorce. He married actress Karen Carlson in 68 after he met on the set of Here Comes the Brides. They had 1 son together, and the couple divorced in 77. During years he was filming Starsky and Hutch, he had a big relationship with actress Lynn Marta. In 1980, Soul married Patty Carnell Sherman, the ex-wife of Bobby Sherman, his co-star in Here Comes the Brides. Soul became stepfather of 2 children, but eventually Soul was jailed in order to attend therapy classes for alcohol abuse after attacking her when she was 7 months pregnant with his child. They reunited temporarily, divorcing shortly after. In 87, he married actress Julia Nixon. The couple has a daughter, China Soul, who's a singer-songwriter. China holds dual citizenship in both the U.S. and UK and is currently living in the UK. Now, Nixon eventually urged Soul to seek help for his excessive drinking, persuading him to enter a rehabilitation facility in 89. He married his 5th wife, Helen Snell, in June 2010. They had been in a relationship since 2002 after meeting when Soul was working in a British stage production of Death Trap. He referred to her as his soulmate. Now, in 2004, Soul attained British citizenship, which he went for quite a number of years. He credits his relationship with Helen as his reason for obtaining citizenship, stating he knew that he wanted to spend the rest of his life there with Helen. Now, unfortunately, Solo was a 3-pack-a-day smoker for 50 years. Although he had stopped smoking 10 years prior to his death, he was seriously affected by COPD and also had a lung removed due to cancer. He died in a London hospital again, surrounded by his family, on January 4, 2024, at the age of 80. So, on film, again, some strong performances. Johnny Got His Gun, Magnum Force, Dogbound Shuffle, The Stick Up, Salem's Lot, again, the theatrical release of the TV miniseries. True Naked Eyes, The Key to Rebecca, the very underrated Hanoi Hilton, Appointment with Death, Prime Target, Grave Secrets, The Legacy of Hilltop Drive, Pentathlon, Starsky and Hutch, Farewell, and Filth. TV, I Dream of Jeannie, Flipper, Star Trek, Here Comes the Brides, All in the Family, The FBI, Streets of San Francisco, Canon, Circle of Fear, The Disappearance of Flight 4112, Starsky and Hutch, Little Ladies of the Night, Salem's Lot, Rage, World War III, very underrated miniseries, Casablanca, which I watched, he was quite good in that. The Yellow Rose of Texas, or The Yellow Rose, The Key to Rebecca, The Fifth Missile, Secrets of Sahara, The In the Line of Duty FBI Murders, Unsub, Prime Target, The Young Riders, Murder, She Wrote, Crying the Wild, Holby City, Little Britain, Poirot, Dalziel and Pascoe and Lewis, and discography, David Soul, which went top 40 US and top 2 UK, playing to an audience of 1, top 10 UK, top 10 in New Zealand, compilation albums as well, and the singles. His first singles in the 60s went nowhere, but Don't Give Up on Us was number 1 in Australia, number 1 in Canada, number 2 in Ireland, number 3 in New Zealand. Number 1 in New Zealand, number 1 UK, number 1 US, and Going In With My Eyes Open went top 10, top 15 across the board. Silver Lady, again, number 1 in Ireland and UK. Now, It Sure Bring Up Your Eyes was his last big UK hit at number 12. So, David Soul, like I said, a Renaissance guy. He could do drama, comedy, all different performances. But what really stands out for me, ladies and gentlemen, he made fun of him because of his recording career, and he laughed all the way to the bank. I think he was on Canadian TV doing an interview, and he said, "You feel that, being on Starsky and Hutch with typecast?" He said, "Yeah, I had a music career and kind of a stage career long before I was on Starsky and Hutch." I don't think people really typecast him. David Soul was a multi-purpose actor. The comparison is this: if Steve McQueen would have not gotten the big breaks that he did on the big screen, he would probably went to TV. David Soul could have been a marquee guy. Never really, I would like to put him in kind of a Clint Eastwood Western. Now, here's bizarre. We knew about David Soul and Magnum Force long before Starsky and Hutch, right? And my dad said that actor, that blonde guy from Magnum Force, he could do good in a Western. Like, I would like to see him give a big, juicy role in a big Western, either with James Caan or Robert Duvall. Because we all know James Caan never did many Westerns, so you can imagine David Soul seemed to be an effortless performer and actor. And anytime I saw him, he seemed to be like very cerebral. Maybe his religious background, like he had a lot of self-confidence. But when Starsky and Hutch was heavy, boys, that was a great time for TV because, you sat down, the two very handsome men, something that the women and gay men could watch back then. Because it was, not say it was a sexual show, but they were nice-looking people. I mean, you want to see people solve crimes that are nice-looking, not like Robert Blake. Or like Cannon, 425 pounds. Do you look like men that were approachable, as we like to say? So, ladies and gentlemen, David Soul will be missed. Part of a lot of people's childhood have done today, so my condolences. If you like what we're doing here with our tribute to actors and performers and sports athletes when they pass away, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share. And if you had a crush on David Soul and you only finding out now he passed away, my condolences, because our childhood crushes mean a lot, and he meant a lot to a lot of people. Thanks for listening. Bye.